What's up guys, it's me3 and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going through the latest progress update for Hytale. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, I did actually do 2 blog post videos way back in the day. I think the most recent one was this one, which was 7 months ago. And I haven't done any since because I've never really been new to them. I've always seen them like a day later, but this is 2 hours ago, so let's go. This is about 2 new developers who have joined the Hytale team, and it's going through the AI of the game and how mobs interact with other mobs. Can I call them mobs? This is Minecraft. You know what? I don't know. Hi everyone. In this progress update, we're going to welcome some new developers to the Hypixel Studios team, show off some recent prefabs and point of interest from later on in adventure mode, and show the progress that is being made with Hytale's AI system. Today, we're also releasing a new fan art showcase and refreshing the media page to display the latest Hytale screenshots and clips. So there should be some media, videos, clips, backgrounds, etc. in the media section of the website. First, a note on the COVID-19 pandemic. This paragraph just says, we're all fine, you know, all the people on the Hytale development team are working from home. Hytale has got its own engine tool that pretty much allows them to work online and collaborate at the same time. Very nice, and we'll get to be able to use that when Hytale is released, which is very nice. So welcome to the 2 new developers, Ted and Greater. Now Ted is an artist, a 3D modeler and a concept design. Please note, these part of the application do not necessarily mean the structures will make them into the game. However, they do look very nice, and they could reference the type of style of mobs that will be in Hytale. And these are some more concept art. The Chalk Mace for a new Hytale weapon, and the Chalk Club, which is very nice. That means there will be probably different classes of Chalk. More brutish ones, but I think the smaller ones will have the club, and the bigger ones will have the mace, which they can swing around and that'd be more tanky. Erica's Greater, I'm not going to pronounce that, has joined Hytale Studios, having recently worked on the Hypixel Minecraft server as a builder. And he is currently working on prefabs for the game, so this is some of his work. He'll probably be on screen as well. And very cool stuff. 2 new developers in the Hytale team, very nice. And next up, we have a look at some new prefabs for the lava biome, I think, the hell biome, I don't know what it's called. The world team has been hard at work on new biomes, prefabs and world generation rules. These new environments come from parts of adventure mode that we've not discussed in much detail. As ever, we're mindful of spoilers, so we're only going to be revealing a small amount of what you'll encounter in the latter stages of the game. Today, let's take a look at some desolate human ruins created by technical artist Rodden. Clearly, something went very wrong in these ashen wastelands, but as for exactly what, well, you'll need to discover that for yourself. Very creepy stuff from the Hytale team. So here we have a look at what seems to be a village in the Scorched Ruins. I think that's the name of the biome. And this doesn't look ruined. It looks like it's still inactive. You know, we have some crops, and we have what looks like our player is wearing some armor from the region as well, which is very nice. We don't see any villagers. I think I can call them villagers. I mean, in compare this to Minecraft, everyone is, but I call them villagers sure. It looks like we have a big main building. We have maybe some market stores in the center there, and we have some crops. So I think everything is going to be very dynamic in this game, which is always great to see. Here we don't have functioning village. We have an abandoned house, and also in the Scorched Zone we see some white trees in the background, which might be like an ashy biome. Maybe everything's covered in ash. Who knows? We do see some purple mushrooms, some lights, and some mountains in the distance. This all looks very... This lonely old building was built by technical artist Captain Charles and then ruinified by Rodden. So it was originally non-abandoned, and another builder made it abandoned. Some ruins conceal hidden dangers while others house lost lore. So I think this is going to be the type of dungeon that advances the story. It definitely looks like an important dungeon. The banners might signify clans or tribes or whatever, but it's all very nice and looks like it will advance the story. And it looks like the player has some advanced weapons. We see this fire sword a lot in teasers. Maybe it's just the best one, might be the best weapon in the entire game, but I doubt that. Saw it in the original trailer for the game, and we was wearing the same armor that we saw in the previous villager screenshot, which is very nice. Now, AI and some videos by the looks of it.
Almost a year ago, we revealed how Hytale's modular AI system allows our team to create and modify complex behaviours for the variety of creatures that populate Orbis. Over the last couple of months, we've been building out the behaviour sets for Adventure Mode's NPCs while expanding the AI system with new functionality. Hytale's modular AI now includes a utility system which allows NPCs to determine the value of given behaviours based on any number of circumstances. These values are then used to help NPCs make decisions, which allows for more dynamic behaviours and, in turn, more surprising interactions for the player to discover. We plan to make extensive use of this utility system in Hytale's combat AI, as it will allow NPCs to make smarter choices when selecting attacks. We're not ready to show this in action just yet, but we can show some new behaviours that make use of Hytale's modular AI to provide the player with interesting ways to interact with the world. Let's start with a really basic example. In this clip, the player throws out a piece of cheese to draw attention of the ever nearby mouse.
So the mouse goes for it. Oh, it's got big eyes and big ears. How is that going to work? Are these just going to be running around? You might see these in villages, these animals. Huh. Very nice. Alright, that's it. And ordinarily, mice will flee when the player approaches. In this case, the mouse detects that there's food nearby. While it's eating, it's a lot calmer, which allows the player to approach, but when it's done, it'll flee again. A single piece of cheese can be munched on by multiple mice at the same time. Mice tend to gather around barrels and chests in dungeons, so keep your eye out. It might lead you to some loot. I like animals that don't seem like they wouldn't really mean much in terms of gameplay, but they do mean something in terms of gameplay, so I think this will be used. Now, about the fen stalkers. These also get shown a lot. We haven't seen much from any other biomes. We haven't seen anything from the much from the cold biome, much at all. So they're hiding something from us, I reckon. No, he goes up with a piece of fish, and oh, it looks at it. So it looks like you can distract a lot of animals with different types of food, like the cheese with the mouse and the fish with the whatever this thing is. I forget what it's called, sorry, my apologies. When a fen stalker is enjoying a fish, its view radius is halved. That's actually a good idea. That's good. Under-equipped or cautious adventurers can use this information to bypass threats when combat isn't a good option. This is particularly useful at night when fen stalkers are most aggressive. If you're crossing a swampy biome in the dark, you may well find a torch more useful than a sword. Alright, so I'm guessing torches ward off these things. Fen stalkers, they're called. So they're wet. They're like aquatic creatures, so they don't like light. So if you're walking with a torch, I'm wondering if torches are going to be different to Minecraft in this. Like, yeah, it can be lit and unlit, and you have to light them. Fen stalkers will shrink away from the player if they're carrying a torch, simulating the effect that bright light has on these nocturnal hunters. Each of these behaviours is based on separate triggers. The modular AI system uses time of day to determine fen stalker aggression, and initiates this cowering behaviour if the creature is confronted with a bright light source. Taken together, however, they help to flesh out the particular personality of this light-sensitive monster. Not every behaviour revolves around the player. Fen stalkers might be dangerous to adventurers, but they're very protective of their friends, in this case, frogs. Oh, now it's interacting with so frog's going to run past, I reckon. It's going to... That's great, I love that. Fen stalkers love frogs. Hytale's modular AI system lets us establish the relationships between creatures of different types. Predators and prey, territorial rivals, or in this case, best buds. When a fen stalker encounters a frog, it'll happily jump up and down to mimic its favourite creature. Fen stalkers will also rush to defend any frogs that find themselves in danger, so if you're hunting amphibians, beware, you might end up picking on somebody your own size. Damn, risk reward, so if you're killing frogs for whatever it might drop, slime or something, maybe you can make some sticky pistons, then watch out for the fen stalkers. They'll get your ass. Alright, watch out. I'm serious. Interactions like this help us establish the personality of our world and its inhabitants, and give players tricks and traps to discover as they explore. Let's close out with a look at the unique hunting behaviour of a creature that you'll discover in Zone 2, the unassuming cacti. Look at its teeth. I think that'll probably be a great... Oh, you don't see it, you dumbass. How do you not see that? Also, I'm wondering, a lot of these videos have depth of field. I'm wondering if that's going to be used in the game. Because in this has depth of field, but none of these like motion shots have depth of field. It's very confusing. Or maybe for like cutscenes and stuff. Truly a master of stealth. We hope you enjoyed the glimpse at some of these things we've been working on lately. Anyways guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you did enjoy. Let me know if you want more Hytale news videos when the blog posts are released. And if you liked it, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. Subscribe if you're new. You can always unsubscribe, it's free. And see you next time. Bye!